Hi everyone. Today I will discuss about remaining part of Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances Act divided into two types of this Opium Act and Dangerous Act. So today we will discuss about historical background of Opium Act and Dangerous Drug Act, prohibition and its penalties. So let us start with historical background of Opium Act, prohibition and its penalties. This is the plant of opium. Starting with historical background of Opium Act, in 1620 and 1670, a Mughal introduced the habit of taking opium to the Indian soldier. The Mughal Samrajya it includes the habitation of the opium in Indian soldiers. In 1793, the British East Indian Company established a monopoly on the opium trade in India. So this British it will be give the monopoly of this opium trade in India. In 1921, Thomas De Quincey published his autobiographical account of opium addiction, Confessions of English Opium Eater. In 1927, Merck and Company of Germany manufactured morphine for commercial purpose. The main product that morphine it is manufacturing for commercial purpose. Then in 1978, Britain passes the Opium Act to reduce opium consumption. 1905, US Congress banned opium. In 1910, Indochina opium trade is dismantled. In 1925, a traveling black market of opium use opened up in many countries including the USA, New York and Chinatown. Then the India habitual use of opium has been reported in India. Now, above information about the historical background of opium in the world. In India, it is a habitual use of opium has been reported in Indian citizens in the earlier 19th century. However, little attention was paid to be effective of opium on regular use. The first formal inquiry of the prevalence of opium use was made in 1983 and subsequently in 1893 and subsequently in 1895. These two royal commissions examined over the 17 witnesses from the section of the society and looked into various patterns of use of this opium. The commissions, including the opium smoking, was rare, but oral consumption was quite prevalent. The recommendation led to the formation of British government opium policy till 1947. The government, however, took interest in the area where its prevalence was high and appointed local committee to look into the causes of addiction and initiate measures for its eradication. This is the history about the opium in India, how it will be spread about India. First, that is the Mughal introduced this opium and this British give the trade in India. Then this act may be formed in India. That is the government is recommended. That is a British opium policy in 1947. So next, that is the cultivation of the opium poppy in India. Opium poppy, that is Papaya somniferum has been extensively grown in India for its milky juice, which is often by this sacrificing the capsule when fully grown but in a green state. During the middle of the 18th century, Bihar was chief province of India, which produced the best quality of the greatest quantity of the opium. At present, poppy cultivation is confidential to be the state of Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Bharat, and the Rajasthan and Himachal Pradesh. The present agri area will be being 1/10 of what it will be used to the 4 decades ago. These are the cultivation of opium poppy. The following are the three main varieties of Papaya somniferum. What are those? In that first, Papaya somniferum var nigrum, a wild form of the opium poppy, was purple flower, roundish, oblong capsule, opening by a pore under the stigma with a seed of a dull grayish black color. This is image show this the papaya somniferum is the purple flowers, roundish obligate capsule, and often pores and stigma. This is the first category or variety of papaya somniferum. Next, papaya somniferum var album. It is also white from white flowers, roundish ovate capsule, not opening by pore under the stigma, still white. This image shows this papaya somniferum var album. Then last, papaya somniferum var abnormal, a variety not infrequent in neglected poppies field. A flower small, circular with dull green and red. The petal much crumple and never expand fully. Capsule roundish or oblong opening by pore under the stigma. So this is the last. There is a papaya somniferum var abnormally. These are the three categories or varieties of Papaya somniferum. So it is for today's lecture. Next lecture you will see about remaining part of this chapter or this act. Today we will discuss about historical background of Opium Act. The Mughal introduced in 1620 the habit of taking opium to the Indian soldier. Then it will be step by step spread into the India. In India, the recommendation lead to the formation of British government opium policy till 1947. And then you will see about cultivation of opium poppy in India. Papaya somniferum. It has been extremely growth in the India for the milky juice which will be obtained sacrificing the capsule when fully grown but in a green state. During the middle of the 18th century, Bihar was the chief province of India, which will be produced the best quality of the greatest quantity of this opium. And at present, the cultivation is confidentially formed in Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Bharat, and Rajasthan, and also the Himachal Pradesh. The present average our area being the tenth of this used to be 4 decades ago. And you will see about the varieties of the papaya somniferum. These are the three types of papaya somniferum. In that papaya somniferum var nigrum, it is a purple color, opium poppy, and this roundish obligate and capsule opening poor. Then second somniferum, papaya somniferum var album. It is an white flower and capsule not opening by pore under the stigma and seed void. Then papaya somniferum var abnormally. A variety not infrequent is neglected for fill. Flower small, sticky with dull green and red colors. Petal much crumple and never expanded, fully capsule roundish, oblong opening by pore under the stigma. Thank you.